Hello and welcome. So in this video I'm going to talk about two important points. One is network interface, like how you can configure multiple network interface with your EC2 instance, and the second option is elastic IP. Okay, now basically network interface is a topic of EC2 dashboard, but I'm explaining you right now because you must have detailed knowledge about network interface when you are going to talk about elastic IP. Okay, so basically this video is about elastic IP, but to explain you elastic IP you must have knowledge of network interface. So I'm going to start with the network interface first, and then we'll talk about elastic IP. Okay, so let's start this. First of all, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm in EC2 dashboard and I'm going to create one Windows Server 2016 EC2 instance. Okay, so launch instance and 2016. Yeah, we don't have any mind map for that. It is really very easy and basic topic, so I'm going to explain you this without mind map. Okay, now when you are creating your EC2 instance, you are getting this option auto assign public IP. Yeah, first of all I will talk about this and then we'll talk about elastic IP. Okay, so here we have this auto assign public IP, and as I'm creating this EC2 instance in a default VPC, so I'm having this subnet setting enabled and I'm okay with this IP address, like it will assign one public IP address to my EC2 instance. Yeah, so then let me click add storage, normal security group. Okay, I'm going to click allow all traffic, and let me give name over the security group over here is like SG test 1. Okay, you can give any name, and review and launch. I am having this key pair, so going to click acknowledge and then launch. Okay, now view instance. Okay, so it will take some time to create this. Okay, so let me give name testing EIP. Okay, now first thing I'm going to explain you about like how you can configure multiple NIC or network interface to your, how you can connect to your EC2 instance, and then we'll talk about this public IP address, and then we'll talk about elastic IP. Okay, so this will be the scenario, right? And maybe I must have some another PC required, so let me create one another EC2 instance. Okay, so launch instance and 2016, next. Okay, now I'm not going to assign public IP to this particular IP. Okay, so I'm going to say I don't want public IP. Okay, disable, add storage, add security group. I'm going to talk about all traffic, review, launch. Going to use same 8 PM launch, and then view instance. So now I'm having two. Okay, one is with public IP, one is without public IP. Okay, let me give name like testing EIP public IP and no public IP. Then save. Now let me verify the status. Yeah, still it is initializing, so it is creating EC2 instance. Okay, so my server is ready now and I'm going to access it using RDP. Okay, connect RDP, download remote desktop file, and then click connect, get password, browse at PM is the file I'm having. Okay, this is password, and let me use it. So whenever we are like if whenever we want to access this EC2 instance, basically we are using Elastic IP to access this. Yeah, when you are going to access this, you are using live public IP of your EC2 instance to access your EC2 instance, right? Now let me explain you about the network interface. Okay, so I am in my EC2 instance. I am going to log in with the EC2 instance, and you will get one network interface card with your EC2 instance. Yeah, this is by default, and the matter is you cannot delete this. Okay, so if you want to find it out, you can use ncpa.cpl. Okay, it will open your network interface detail. Okay, ncpa.cpl, and then click OK. Yeah, so here we have this network interface card. Okay, now I'm having one. In many applications, you required to configure multiple NIC. It is also for the redundancy. So now I'm going to explain you like how you can configure multiple NIC with your EC2 instance. Okay, this is my first point. So to configure multiple NIC, okay, you have to go to the EC2 instance, like EC2 dashboard, and here you will get this network interface. Yeah, look at over here, we have this option in the network and security. Now you can click over here. Okay, I am having two right now. I'm getting two. Why? Because basically when you create a EC2 instance, it will create a one NIC for each EC2 instance. I am having two EC2 instance running. It means there are two NIC over there, right? Now if I want to create one another, I can. So when you click create network interface, it will create the new interface. Okay, now keep this in mind. Your subnet, like your NIC and your EC2 instance must be in the same availability zone. Otherwise, you cannot connect them. Okay, so let me verify that before I create this. Okay, so I'm going to EC2 dashboard. I want to connect this with the test EIP. Yeah? I want to connect with this EC2 instance, and it is in AP. Like my both EC2 instances are in the same availability zone. So now I have to configure my NIC into the same network interface. Yeah, and the basic word for the network interface is NIC. Okay, but Amazon is having a word like ENI. Yeah, ENI, it is Elastic Network Interface. Okay, so now I am in network interface. I want to create a new ENI. So click create new network interface, give name, yeah, give description. This is for testing. Okay, now you have to select subnet. So your subnet and your EC2 instance, like subnet of ENI and EC2 instance must be same. So I'm going to select AP South 1A. I am selecting auto assign public IP. Yeah, so auto assign private IP. So it will assign automatic IP. Okay, here I am having this option elastic fiber fabric adapter. Yeah, now this is EFA. This is really important. Okay, now if you want to enable high speed communication between two EC2, yeah, it is for high performance computing. It is like HPC we called it. So if you want to enable high speed communication between two EC2 instances, yeah, at that time you can use this. Like you have to pay some extra amount, but for example I'm having two cluster server and I want to enable communication, like high speed communication between them, yeah, 10 GB. In this case you can use EFA. Okay, you will get this question in exam, so keep this in mind. Okay, now whenever you are creating any network interface, you have to provide them a security group. Without that you cannot click next. Okay, so I'm going to provide this SGTest that we have used with the particular EC2 instance. Okay, and click create network interface. Okay, so now I am having one extra network interface, and this is like a testing for this is for testing. Let me give name like extra. Yeah, and then click save. Now if I want to connect this network interface, I can connect this with my EC2 instance. Okay, so the process will be like very simple. You have to select your network interface, then you can go to the extra, go to the XN and then click attach. Okay, when you click over here, you will get your EC2 instances. Okay, so I'm having this testing EIP public IP and no public IP. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to select this. Okay, and then click attach. Okay, now the matter is my EC2 instance will have two network interface. Okay, so I'm going to EC2 dashboard. Here we have, okay, and here I'm going to select this testing EIP. See this, I'm getting two IP. I'm only having one public IP, but I'm having two private IP for EC2 instance. And if you go over here, yeah, see I'm getting two network interface, right? So this is like useful, keep this in mind. And if you want to assign multiple network interface to your EC2 instance, you can do it, and we call it elastic network interface. Yeah, the benefit of this is like you can able to detach it with any EC2 instance, and you can attach with any other EC2 instance as well. Okay, so let me give you this example. For example, that particular network interface card, yeah, it is right now currently attached with the testing EIP public IP. Yeah, and now I want to detach it, and I want to connect same network interface with this no public IP computer. Okay, so you can do this. For example, go to the network interface. Yeah, it is extra which is connected with the that particular EC2 instance. Yeah, and I want to change this. So you can go to the XN menu, click detach. Yeah, and now you can again wait. Yeah, now extra, it is like detach, and then you can wait. There should be no network interface. Yeah, let me detach again. Yeah, it is not exist. So okay, I just need to refresh this. Okay, yeah, see this, like now it is not attached with any instance, so it is removed over here. And when you click XN menu and then click attach, okay, you will get your instance, and now you can connect with another EC2 instance. Okay, why I explain you? Because when we will talk about elastic IP, we'll use this option. Okay, that's why it is important. And this is done how it works. Like I explain you how the network interface works. Okay, we are having this extra, so we'll keep it over here and we'll use it with, we create this elastic IP. Okay, and you can go over here and it will explain you, but like you can configure IP address. Okay, secondary IP you can configure. Okay, but it is not point right now. Let me talk about elastic IP. Okay, so the first portion of the video has been over. Okay, I'm going to continue with this video and I'm going to explain you elastic IP. Okay, so the first matter over here is right now I am having two EC2 instance. One is testing EIP and one is no public IP. Okay, now let me explain you something about the public IP. Okay, so public IP, so basic knowledge, like your current knowledge about the public IP is whenever you are creating your EC2 instance, it will give you option to assign public IP address to your EC2 instance, right? Now, if you want to access your EC2 instance from your office or over the internet, you have to provide them public IP. Yeah, in same way, this public IP address is like we can configure web server, we can configure email server over here, and we can use this public IP to access our server over the internet. Yeah, it is like for incoming request. Yeah, this is what the basic concept about the public IP, and I hope it is like clear, right? Now the matter for the public IP that you are selecting when you are creating your EC2 instance is it is not permanent. Yeah, it is not like a static. Now when you reboot your system, when you power off your system, okay, Amazon will change this. Amazon will change this. Yeah, this is important. Okay, so suppose if I'm having this test IP, EIP, public IP, EC2 instance, it has this IP. Yeah, I'm going to copy this IP, public IP. I just copy it, and I'm going to open Notepad, and I'm going to paste over here. Yeah, so this is public IP address of my EC2 instance. This is current IP. Okay, now I'm going to power up, like I'm going to power up this virtual machine. Okay, so just I'm going to stop this instance right now. Okay, I have just noted this IP address. Okay, and I just powered up this machine. Okay, now it is stopping. It is stopped, and look at over here. Yeah, the public IP address is disappeared. It means actually you are not paying for anything. Whenever you are paying fees for your EC2 instance, yeah, it is like it is included. They are included public IP address. Now when you power off, you are not paying anything when your machine is powered off. Okay, so at that time they will they will get their public IP back. Okay, so now what happened when you restart, like when you start your machine again, you will get different IP. Okay, so let me start this machine and verify that I already having this old IP address copied over here, right? So let me start this machine again, and we are going to verify this, like which IP address we are getting. Okay, look at over here. Yeah, I got completely different IP. Okay, so this is what the story of a public IP that we are using when we are creating our EC2 instance. Okay, now you may have question like, okay, they are changing this IP. Okay, this means like we are in trouble. Yeah, right. If this server is a web server, okay, and if we are using this server as a web server, and if we are stop this, like when we will stop this server, it will change the IP. So what is the use of this IP? Yeah, so in some matter I can say that it is like I'm agree with you. Yeah, when you stop your instance, if they are changing this IP, it doesn't make any sense, but this is how it works. Okay, and another point, it is really important. See, whenever we are working in the corporate, yeah, and they have web server, actually they are never powered up their virtual machine. Yeah, the instance is always running 24/7. Okay, so maybe if you are stopping your machine in a year, or one time in a year, okay, in this case you can able to handle this situation. Yeah, because we have this DNS, we'll talk about DNS later, but you can change the IP address in the DNS server and you can handle somehow. Yeah, but yeah, if you are using your virtual machine for 8 hours and then you are stopping your virtual machine for every day, this will be the problem, because every day you will get new IP. Okay, now if you don't want to do this, you want a permanent static IP address for your EC2 instance, you can do it, and we call it elastic IP. Okay, we call it elastic IP. When you configure elastic IP, it will be like stay forever. Why? Because you are getting elastic IP for your account. Okay, yeah, it is not free, you have to pay some nominal charges for that, but when you use this, it will never change. Okay, it is a public IP, same as a public IP, as we are getting this public IP from the ISP in on-premises network. Okay, it will be stay with us forever. Yeah, we need to pay them rent. Same when you are using your Amazon account, and if you want your IP address permanently, you can use this elastic IP. Okay, now I'm going to explain you about the elastic IP right now. Okay, the matter is, see, I'm having two EC2 instance. Yeah, one is like a testing EIP public IP, which is using public IP. Here we have like a no public IP. This machine don't have any public IP, so it means I cannot access this. Okay, now I want to access this machine from my on-premises network. Okay, because it has no public IP, I will be in trouble. So the another way is like my EC2 instance is ready. Now I can use elastic IP. Okay, so I'm going to assign elastic IP to that particular virtual machine. The name is like no public IP. right? This is how we can do this. Advantage of the elastic IP is it will be stay forever. If even I will power up my virtual machine EC2 instance, okay, I will get my, like, it will not change my elastic IP, right? So this is how it works. Now you can able to configure elastic IP from the two different dashboard, okay, and both are the same thing. There is no difference, okay. For example, you are in the EC2 dashboard, okay, and here you will get this elastic IP. Another option is you can go to the VPC, yeah, and here you will get option of elastic IP, okay. Now actually the matter is like you can able to configure or manage elastic IP from the two different dashboard, from the VPC dashboard or from the EC2 dashboard. Like, it doesn't matter, okay, it is the same process that you can use, okay. So both is the same option, right? Both are same option, so there is no difference. Now let me do it with the elastic IP over here in the VPC, because we are learning this mind map, like we are learning this milestone of the VPC, okay. Now the first thing that you have to do is, like, you have to go to the elastic IP dashboard, and then you have to go to the allocate elastic IP, yeah. Then you have to select Amazon pool of IP address, okay. We'll talk about global static IP address later. Right now I'm going to click allocate. Okay, so this is my elastic IP, okay, and now I'm going to attach it, okay. So you can attach with anyone. So let me go to the allocate elastic IP, okay, and sorry, right now I'm having this, so I'm going to action menu and click associate elastic IP, okay. Now you have this instance, okay, and network interface. So suppose if I'm going to select network interface, and when you go over here, see this, we have this network interface over here, yeah. Now the matter is you can associate elastic IP with your network interface, as well as you can associate elastic IP with the instance, okay. Now network interface is sometime important. Why? Because for example, if you have active server, passive server, right? Now if active server goes down, you want to use passive server, okay, you want to use passive server. Now in this case, what happened, like, you are going to attach your network interface with like, you are going to attach your elastic IP with the network interface, okay. Now interface is connected with this active server, right? Now it has a network interface, so it will get this elastic IP, right? Once this server goes down, you just need to detach network interface, and you can attach with this server, like a passive server, it will get this elastic IP. So this is really very useful if you have a like active passive server. You can also attach with the instance as well, okay. So here, like, I'm having two instance, okay, and you can attach with any of your instance, right? And then you can choose private IP, if, like, you have to choose the private IP of your EC2 instance, yeah, if you want to choose it. Now matter is, like, I'm going to select this no public IP instance, yeah, because it has no public IP. It means I can attach with this, so it will get this public IP, yeah, like elastic IP, okay, and I can use this. So I'm going to select this particular instance, okay, no public IP. Now keep this in mind, this particular instance is connected with multiple network interface, yeah. Now in this case, if your EC2 instance having multiple instance, you cannot assign elastic IP directly. Let me do it. See, I will get error, yeah. So associate, see, elastic IP could not be associate elastic IP like this particular IP. There are multiple interface attached. Please specify the interface ID, yeah. So in this case, I have to select this network interface, and then I have to attach this this network interface, right? And I am already having this detail, like this particular interface is connected with that particular no EC2 instance. So I'm going to select network interface, yeah. If you have only one network interface, you can connect it to the instance, just select testing EIP and it will connect. But right now, if I am having multiple, I have to specify network interface only, okay. So I'm going to select network interface. I'm going to select extra, yeah, and then click allocate. We'll talk about this later, don't worry, okay. Because it has a multiple network interface, I'm going to connect with interface, right? Simple. So associate, and it is done. Okay, now let me go to the instance management. Again, I'm going to new EC2 instance, like I'm going to EC2 dashboard. Okay, now right now we don't have public IP for this EC2 instance. Yeah, now let me refresh this. Okay, and here see, I got this elastic IP. Yeah, we don't have this public IP, but here we have this elastic IP, right? Now the matter is, I can able to access my EC2 instance using this elastic IP. Okay, let me do it. Okay, I'm going to connect this RDP. Here I got this public IP, we call it elastic IP. Okay, I'm going to connect, get password, browse. Okay, we have 8 p.m. decrypt, copy, okay, and then paste. Okay, I can able to connect that. It is like a same elastic IP, same as a, working as the same as a public IP, right? So I can use this elastic IP to connect my EC2 instance. Now what is the advantage? The advantage is this IP address will be there for even if I will stop my EC2 instance. Yeah, it is like a permanent IP address. It will be connected with this particular EC2 instance until we have this network interface connected. Okay, so now I'm going to stop this instance to verify. Let me copy this elastic IP, okay, into the Word Notepad file again. But right now we don't have this public IP, we have elastic public IP, I can say. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to stop this. Yeah, stop. See, this like it is not changed there. Yeah, it is as it is. And if I will start my EC2 instance, it will be stay forever. Yeah, there is no changes because elastic IP is permanent. Okay, so keep this in mind. Okay, if you want constant IP address for your EC2 instance, you have to go to the elastic IP. You have to get one elastic IP, and then you have to associate. When you are going to associate it with your EC2 instance, you can do it. But if your EC2 instance having multiple NIC connected, yeah, network interface, in this case you can able to connect with the network interface as well. So we just did the same thing over here. Yeah, now actually I'm having this elastic IP with my elastic network interface. Yeah, so this particular elastic network interface having this public IP. Okay, having this public IP. Okay, so if you change your elastic IP, like if you change this instance, like if you detach this particular interface, like let me go to the action menu and detach it. Yeah, now this network interface has been detached from that particular instance. Yeah, so let me, like it will take time, so still it is there. Okay, so wait. Yeah, see this, it is removed. Yeah, so we just detach the interface which is having this public IP. Okay, so now if I am going to the EC2 dashboard, yeah, again now I cannot able to connect this no public IP instance because it has no elastic IP. Yeah, it has no elastic IP. So now the matter is, I can connect this interface, I can connect this network interface with any of my EC2 instance. And when I will connect with the test EIP public IP, like when I will connect with this particular EC2 instance, this particular EC2 instance will get this elastic IP. Okay, so let me go to the network interface. Okay, and we have this extra which is not connected with any of the EC2 instance right now. I'm going to action menu and then click attach, and here I'm going to, so now I'm going to connect with the testing EIP public IP. Okay, so connecting it, attach. Okay, now go to the EC2 dashboard. Okay, go to the instance, and when you go over here, yeah, you will get this elastic IP. So you have public IP, which is variable. When you power off, it will remove the IP, but you have one constant IP, which is like a elastic IP, okay, and it will be there, which is connected with your network interface. Okay, now keep this in mind, that you can able to connect your elastic IP with instance directly. Yeah, like it is not compulsory to have network interface. Okay, you can connect your elastic IP directly with your EC2 instance as well. Okay, but yeah, if you have multiple network interface card connected, in this case you cannot do this. Okay, so let me assign one more public elastic IP address to this no public IP, so you can able to understand. Yeah, otherwise what happen, like you may have a misunderstanding that you must have network interface to use EIP. So I'm going to elastic IP. Okay, I'm already having one IP. I'm going to allocate the new IP, Amazon IPv4 addresses, allocate. Yeah, so I got another one. Okay, this is like a 3632. I just selected XN and associate elastic IP. I'm going to select instance. Now this instance having only one network and IC, yeah, like network interface. So I'm going to select this and then click associate. Okay, now it is associate. Now your EC2 instance will get this public IP, yeah, elastic IP. Yeah, we got this, not public IP, we call it elastic public IP, and it will be constant. Okay, so this is how it works, elastic IP. Okay, if you want a constant permanent IP address for your EC2 instance, you can use it. Now this is chargeable and there is no free. So whenever you will practice this, okay, if you are using for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, yeah, you have to pay like a little charge, like maybe less than 10 rupees. But after that, it is important to release this IP. Okay, so let me do this, like it is important. Okay, so for example, I'm going to elastic IP. Here I'm having two IP. First of all, I have to select this IP and I have to go to the deassociate. Now when you click deassociate, it means this IP address is released from any EC2 instance or network interface. Yeah, and here we have like associate instance ID is blank. It means it is not associated with anyone. Okay, even when you are creating this net gateway, it is associated with this net gateway, right? I'm going to select this and I'm going to deassociate this. Okay, so it is done. Now keep this in mind, even though your IP address is like IP address is deassociated, it is not attached with anyone, you have to pay. Yeah, if the IP address is in your account, you have to pay for this. Okay, so if you don't want to pay, you just need to release them. Okay, so go to the action menu and release the elastic IP. It means you are giving Amazon your IP address, like you are submitting your IP address to the Amazon, right? You don't want this again, so you just need to give release. Okay, now it has been released and now you do not need to pay anything. Yeah, now you will not get this IP address again. If you click allocate elastic IP, you will get new IP. Okay, so this is how it works. There is no lab, it is really very simple scenario. Okay, so I'm going to complete this. Okay, now if you have any question, you can ask me using comment. Okay, and we'll talk about another important topic in the next video. Yeah, so I hope you are completing your session every day. Yeah, and as I always saying, you just spend 1 hour every day and it will be really good for the future. Yeah, so thank you very much. If you have any question, please comment. We are having live active Telegram group. You can also message there, but keep messaging. Yeah, because your message, your comment is basically fuel for us. Okay, so thank you. Goodbye.